So Android development is boring me to death and it's time to try something new. So in this video series, we will learn how to build a game in Unity from scratch. Let's go. So let's take a look at the game we will build throughout the series. So we have this starting screen here, and then we have this typical 2D platformer game where we can walk around, we can jump, we can collect items. We have different traps, and when we hit any of these traps, we die. And then the level starts over. Like this, which was totally on purpose. And this was on purpose as well. So let's try this again. And when we get to the end of a level, we load the next level. Which looks a bit different. Okay, we have to wait for this platform to come back. In the top left corner we have a counter for the cherries we collected. And of course you can build these levels any way you want. That's absolutely open to you. And in this example I've only created 2 levels. So after the second one we get to the end screen. And then we can only quit the game. You don't need any programming experience to follow along in this tutorial. I will try to make it very beginner friendly. So if you have never written a line of code before, don't worry, you can still follow along. I will also upload this project to GitHub, so you can download it from there if you want. And you will find the link to the repository in the video description below. So let's start. First of all, of course, we have to install Unity, and you can download it from unity.com. Here we click on Get Started. Maybe if you watch this tutorial in the future, the website will look slightly different, but somewhere here you will find the download link. Now don't get scared by this. We don't have to pay anything. When we click on the individual tab here, we can download the personal version of Unity, which is free if you don't make more than 100k in a year. So when we click on Get Started, we get to this page. Now we can actually click on returning users because we don't need this stuff here on the left. So we click on Go here. We have to accept these terms after reading them, of course, and then we can download the Unity Hub. So go ahead, click this button, download it and install it. And the Unity Hub program itself looks something like this. Now first of all, it will ask you to create an account. So go ahead, create one, log in here. You can use your Google account for that. Then it will ask you to activate a license. So this is in the settings under license management. And as I already said, we want to use the free personal license. So we can click on activate license, choose Unity personal, choose this one here, and then click on done. And this is finished as well. Next, we have to install Unity itself because this is basically just a manager for Unity. When we go back, we can go to installs here where we can manage our different versions of Unity. When you click on add, you can just keep the default settings. Up here, the recommended release will be selected. It's not selected in my case because I already installed it, but just keep it as it is. Then click on next, and here you can keep everything as it is as well. We install the documentation and Microsoft Visual Studio Community. Maybe it's a later version for you in the future, but right now it's 2019. And this is necessary because later we have to write some code outside of Unity, and this is what this program here is for. It's a so-called IDE, an integrated development environment. It's basically just an editor to write code in. Now, if you already have a different IDE installed that works with C#, for example, Visual Studio Code, then you can also use that. But I really recommend installing this one here because the interoperability and the support for Unity is really good in this one. We have auto-completion and stuff like that. So I really recommend that you keep this selected. We don't have to select any of this other stuff. I will cover stuff like how to export your game to Android or iOS later in a separate video. But for this tutorial, this is not necessary. So we just click next. Then we have to read and accept the terms and conditions again and click on done, and this will install the necessary stuff. It will take a while, so don't get impatient. Your program is not broken, you just have to wait for a little bit, depending on your internet connection. And when it's finished installing, we can create our project. So here in the Projects tab of the Unity Hub, we click on New. and then we have to make some settings. So here we select 2D. I will cover 3D games in a separate tutorial in the future. In this video series we will build a simple 2D game. Now you can ignore this other stuff here. Again, I will cover how to create games, particularly for mobile devices, later in a separate tutorial. But for now we select 2D, and then we have to give our project a name. So for example, Coding in Flow 2D tutorial. We have to select a location where we want to save this project in. I will leave it like that, and then click on OK. And then again we have to wait a bit until it's finished loading, and then we are inside Unity, the Unity editor. Now this program really looks scary in the beginning. We have a lot of different options, but don't worry, a few weeks and you will feel at home here. Just follow along in this tutorial and everything will be fine. So in the middle here we have the so-called scene view. A scene is basically a level. So we are looking at one level here. Of course right now our level is empty because we haven't added anything yet. Only the main camera is there, which is there by default. Now when we selected 2D instead of 3D earlier, it actually just changed a few settings. We could still create a 3D game in here without a problem, but we don't want to because we want to build a 2D game. But when you click up here on this 2D button, it will switch to the 3D viewer. If this happens to you, it can be very confusing because it makes it harder to create a 2D game. So if your view looks like this, suddenly then just click on this little 2D button here again, and it should switch back to the 2D viewer. Now you can move around in the scene viewer by holding the middle mouse button down and dragging your mouse. Then we can pan in all directions. Alternatively, you can click this little hand icon here in the top left corner, and then you can pan around by holding down the left mouse button. And with the mouse wheel we can zoom in and out. Now we have more controls up here with different functionality, but we will learn what they do and how we use them throughout this video series. One thing you can already remember is that they all have shortcuts here, which are the first letter keys on your keyboard or on an American keyboard, which are Q, W, E, R, T, Y. So you can either use these shortcuts to switch between these different tools here, or you can just click on them. You can also drag and drop all these windows wherever you want, so it's really customizable. But remember, if you completely messed up your layout like I just did, you can always click up here on layout and then on default, and it will reset it to the default state. That wasn't too bad, was it? In the next part we will start building our first level, so stay tuned for that. And do me a favor, if you follow along in this video series and you have a Twitter account, tag me on Twitter, write me that you are following this video series because this will make me very happy. Write something like, hey, Coding in Flow, I'm following your Unity beginner tutorial, hey! And my GitHub handle is @codinginflow. And then I hope you're having a lot of fun, so see you in the next part.